Hi y'all, I'm Allison. I need 6 more books for me to read in May, and to find them, we're going to ask my Sims. So let's not waste any time, and we'll jump right into game. Let's go find Goldie. I believe she's in Willow Creek. Well, it's quite a dreary day over here in Willow Creek, but Goldie is out here waiting to escort us into Roxanne's home. So go ahead and take the walls down so we can see what's going on. Now, Goldie has already cleared out the homeowners' bookcases and filled it with their own special collection. And that is how we are going to find what books I'm going to be reading. Let's go ahead and start with Vivaan. All we have to do is tell him to go over here to the bookcase. Actually, let's use this little one. And tell him to read something. And that will be my prompt. Now, I actually got to play my game in February. But it had been so long, I had to start over. So you may recognize Roxanne. She's getting a whole new lease on life. But let's see, what do we have? Retelling. Any book told from the perspective of the male protagonist. So we're going with his POV this time. And it doesn't necessarily have to be from the male's perspective, just alternative to the main character. Seeing my Sims again, I just want to play so badly. I miss it, but I don't have time for the Sims. Hopefully soon I'll manage to steal a few hours at least. Well, we'll see how it plays out. In the meantime, let's get into the first book. Vivaan, is that how you would say that? I have no clue. Anyway, he did give me the first book, and that's all that matters. So I think I'm going to go with Captain Wentworth's Diary. I decided to take a literal translation of the prompt and go with his point of view. It could be any alternate point of view, just from the main character, as a retelling. So these are by Amanda Gray. She's done a whole series of them. Obviously, this is from Captain Wentworth's perspective, and it's a retelling of Persuasion. So I'm looking forward to this. This is a second chances. When they were younger, he wanted to marry Anne, and somebody in the family had an objection to him. He didn't have enough money or something like that status, and he was denied. So, bitter and upset, he joined the Navy and left her in the past. He was angry at her for not standing up to her parent, guardian, whoever it was, if I remember correctly. And then he resurfaces in her life when she's now a spinster. I think she's like in her mid-30s. So this is a second chances romance kind of thing. Older characters than the others among Jane Austen's library. So I will read this. This is a reread. It's been a very long time though, and I am looking forward to getting a little bit of Regency time on my list in May. So pretty good start. Now let's go back into game, see who's available, and see if my next one's going to be just as easy to fill. Cross your fingers. I forgot she's pregnant. All right, well, we're going to have a first. It looks like she's going to have her baby while we're playing the game. That's kind of cool. So Roxanne is the 18th generation. I've been playing this challenge, the Drifter Challenge, since I think 2015. Crazy, and I still haven't finished. It's 24 houses long. All right, so before she gives birth, let's see if we can have her give us a prompt first. Now, she had to build an entire house from scratch. She had no money, and this is what she has accomplished so far. Okay, what do we get? Once Upon a Book Club adult. Awesome. Okay, I have to randomly pick a box. It looks like we're getting another vlog this month. Poor thing. Wonder how long it's going to take her to give birth. I completely forgot that Roxanne was pregnant. So when this house loaded up, I was like, oh yeah. So that's really cool. Now this is an alternate save because I have my real game challenge that I'm doing. I don't want to take any chances with that file and have them age and all of that stuff. So anyway, this is an alternate reality form, but she's pregnant in both worlds. So this is cool. Hopefully she'll give birth while we're playing our game. In the meantime, at least she picked out a prompt for me, and I get to open up one of my Once Upon a Book Club boxes. So let me scour around. I've got some on the floor and on the shelf. I think I'm going to pick one of them off the floor and hope I get one that I'm at least interested to read. Okay, this one actually looks like a really good option, and I didn't open it just now to see what was inside. They had to ship it this way. I opened it when it first arrived, but the flaps couldn't go inside because the box is so full. They taped it on the outside. You can see the shine from the tape. I don't know. Anyway, I'm sure y'all trust me. So let's get this one. I can't even put it on the shelf, and it's just sitting on the floor. This is going to be, what is, okay, I'm excited. This is one that I ordered after canceling my subscription. They had a sale back in December, so I treated myself for Christmas, and I got myself, I think, 2 boxes or something like that. It's Calling Cambridge. And where, I don't know where anything is. If you watch my Aurelian videos, you recognize her name. She's the one who does the Philadelphia Bright series. So she's got a new series that's going, An American in Paris Mystery, and this is Julia Child. It's, I think, yeah, an American woman, Tabitha Knight, makes friends with chef in training Julia Child and finds herself immersed in a murder most unsavory. So good enough. I guess we're going to be going to the, what's the word, cooking school that Julia Child attended with Tabitha, and there's going to be a murder, and that is all I need to know. I can't wait to read this. I can't believe I forgot this was over there. That's how just, yeah, it's a mess. So, perfect. I'm so excited for this, and there's presents. So I will have a separate video for this vlog whenever I get to it, and I will make a point to get to it because this is one of my most anticipated 5-star predictions. I can't wait. In case you didn't guess, I'm excited. All right, let's jump back into game, and who do we, I don't even know who we have. We'll find out when we get there. Aw, cute little family scene. So let's have Eva. She is Vivaan's daughter. We'll tell her to read something while they argue about something. I don't know what it is. But I'm really loving how this house is turning out. Okay, let's see. What is it? Another retelling. Okay, month of the retelling. Retelling of a children's fairy tale. I wonder if I wrote that or if that was part of. Okay, I'll see if I can find one for a child's fairy tale. If not, I'll just do a plain retelling. Okay, so Eva, who's not little anymore, she just aged up recently, I think, within my game. Poor thing, she still has acne. So she's definitely a young adult, maybe just a day or two into. Anyway, she's not quite ready to let go of her childhood because she wants a retelling of a childhood fairy tale. So I'm going to put Poisoned for probably the 50th million time back on my list. I don't know how many TBR games I've held this book up, and I never get to it. There's no reason. It's not a long book by any means. I'm excited to read it. It's by Jennifer Donnelly. This is a Snow White retelling. So mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the deadliest of them all? So break the enchanted mirror, crush the poisoned apple, seize your own happily ever after. So, yes, I'm gonna read this in May. Okay, so this is a good one too. And these shorter books will kind of make up for what happened in Just Spin It. If you haven't seen that, then I'll have it at the end, and I'll put a little thing here. But yeah, don't go away. We gotta go back into The Sims. Okay, she still hasn't given birth, and who hasn't selected? Oh, Goldie hasn't. She picked one on her own. Let's see what she wanted to read. Color and title. Those are fun. I like those. Okay, Goldie. Yeah, she knows I like the ones that have to do something with the title and all of that stuff. So we get to play with colors in the title. And I found one. I'm going to go with Violet, Made of Thorns by Gina Chen. This was a Owl Crate book. I don't know how long ago I got this one, though. You know what? I'm going to look. I got hair everywhere. July of 2022. It's probably time I read it. That reminds me, kind of related, but not really, a little bit. Once Upon a Book Club, I got a notification on my phone the other day. They're having a warehouse sale. So if anybody's looking for, like, maybe the Colin Cambridge book, or if you've had your eye on one of the past ones that I've done, might be a chance to grab it at a discounted rate. So I personally am not going to look because I have enough books I haven't gotten to, but you might want to go check it out. Anyway, Violet, Made of Thorns. This is going to be a fairy tale. Got kings, curses, girls, and gods. These are the makings of tales. And since this is Owl Crate, I keep saying Once Upon a Book Club. Got the cover on upside down. I wonder if it came that way. Anyway, we do have a reversible jacket. Isn't that pretty? And we got foiling all over this cover. Even on the back. There are no love stories found upon the throne. He is more beast than prince. I am more monster than girl. So I wonder, is this a Beauty and the Beast retelling maybe? I don't know. And we also have foiled end papers. Those are pretty. I love that color of purple. Okay, got it back on there the proper way. And Violet's a prophet and a liar, influencing the royal court with her cleverly phrased, not always true, divinations. So the king is going to ask her to falsely prophesize Cyrus's love story for an upcoming ball. Cyrus is the prince. Yes, the prince, who is not so charming, and who incidentally is planning to strip Violet of her official role once he's crowned at the end of summer. So he's about to become king soon. So she's got her own personal issues with him, and it appears she's going to awaken a dreaded curse that will either end in damnation or salvation for the kingdom. So I'm going to leave it there. Although I guess they are going to blah, 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 control of destiny, no matter the cause, and ill-fated attraction that's growing between her and Cyrus. So I'm excited for this one. I think it'll be fun. I wonder if it is a Beauty and the Beast kind of thing. I don't know. I'll find out. And again, it's not really thick, so odds are better that I'll get to it. I'm hoping to play Bingo Maze this month. We'll see if that plays out. And these books will, give me a chance at success with that little readathon game. At least I hope. Okay, let's go back into game. See if poor Roxanne's finally ready to have that baby and get another book. Let's see. How much longer till she gives birth? 2 hours. I'm going to put them in fast mode so we can actually have this baby be born while we're here. This is an alternate save. Because I don't want my challenge, I don't want them to age up while I'm doing this. All right, so let's go back to Vivaan. I guess that's how you say it. I can slow down the clock. They're loving the kitchen. One word. Book with a one-word title. I'm sure I have plenty of those. Doesn't look like it, but we got Vivaan, and he's man a few words, so he wants a one-word title. And that gives me the opportunity to continue the Missing series by Margaret Peterson Haddix. This is book 2, Found. I read the first one month before last, March, which was Missing. And it's really good. So I'm going to continue this. It's a sci-fi and mystery with 13-year-olds, like orphans. And there's a plane that was just full of babies. Nobody else was on it. So I'm not going to tell you any more than that, but I really enjoyed the first one. I had read that before, but I have never proceeded farther into the series, and I have 5 of them. I don't know how long this series is. I don't know if I have the entire thing or if there's more after it, but I want to find out if it's worth keeping them. So I'm going to read Found and continue on. No, I'm not, because this says The Missing, book 1, Found. I already read Found. Just a second. I'm going to read Sent, which is part 2 of The Missing, which started with Found. So, yeah. Anyway, still, thankfully, one-word title. Still by Margaret Peterson Haddix. So, and guess what? Still a sci-fi mystery. So I will read this, and it is middle grade, if I failed to mention that. Glad I noticed that before I actually started to read it. All right, let's go back in and get one more book. See if that baby's going to come today or not. And, yeah, let's go back in. Oh, there's our bassinet. Is it time? It's time. While she's doing that, let's take a look at the house real quick. Here's the kitchen. Oh, that was quick. So we've got a boy. Okay, for part of her challenge, she has to complete the cooking aspiration, I believe. And I always have them name their children based on something about their personality, job, or whatnot. So she's going to name him after a herb, sage. Cute. Very cool. The dad didn't even stop reading his book. Shame on you, Dad. Okay, well, that was exciting. Not really. Kind of anticlimactic. I always take him to the hospital as a rule. Okay, let's have... She's flirty. Just gave birth. Okay, let's have her go ahead and pick another book. She can read while she's able, because once that baby starts making demands, that's it. Your reading days are numbered. This is our last one. What's it gonna be? Read your bookshelf. I'm not doing that challenge this year, so let's cancel that and choose again. What does she have? Very cool. She went to the bedroom. They actually got this furniture at the flea market. Hidden in the Shadows, a book with a silhouette on the cover. I like cover ones. Pretty good list. Let's go find that book, and then we'll come back and take a look at the house. She had a boy. Very cool. I should have stayed in game long enough for him to age up, because there's no telling what he's going to look like. You can't tell from the newborn stage. But, you know, we'll probably be right back at that house in June. So I think that's what we'll do, and see if he ages up a little bit. Anyway, it occurred to me why the dad, Vivaan, didn't react when she was in labor and actually gave birth. It's because this is an alternate save file, and I don't think their relationships stick around whenever you download a family that's already been made. So even though they're married, they don't have any relationship. So as far as he's concerned, he has no recollection of her even being pregnant, and he doesn't realize it's his kid. So that's what happened there. Poor guy. All right, anyway, what did I need? Oh, hidden in the shadows, maybe with his memory. Silhouette on the cover, and I'm going to go with Lockdown Abbey. This is by Beth Cohen Erskine. I got this 2021, and if you look, we got little silhouettes in the windows. This one is a locked room mystery set in Scotland in the 1930s. It may have come out in 2020, or was it? Yeah, 2021. This one is kind of poking fun at some of the silliness that may have happened around COVID. For instance, the noble and ancient family in Verkillen, residents of Lockdown Abbey, are much more concerned with dwindling lavatory paper supplies and who will look after the children now that Nanny has regretfully, and most inconveniently, departed this life. So this is going to be like a tongue-in-cheek locked room mystery, and it says set in the 30s. Somebody's going to die in this house. We're going to have an upstairs, downstairs scenario with the family, and then we've got the servants and everything. So I'm looking forward to this. I have a feeling it's either going to be gold or it's going to be terrible. I don't think there's probably not going to be any middle ground on this one. So I'm going in with high hopes, but I'm preparing myself that it's just going to be one of those like, oh no. So we will see. I am excited for it. So let's go take a look at the house if we didn't already, and yeah, let's go look, because I'm quite proud of this one. Okay, now that the sun's out a little bit, here's what their house looks like so far. Definitely a work in progress. I think it's going to be cute when it's all done. I tried to play with the rounded walls and that didn't work. But let's just go this way. I think it'll be easier. They have their living room and the entryway. That gorgeous kitchen. With their little exercise bike off to the side. It's Eva's bedroom, the master, and they have one bathroom. The stairs go nowhere because she ran out of money. So there is our house, and hopefully I will find time to actually play this one, finish building it out, and have Roxanne reach all of her goals. So maybe next month we'll see some progress on this one. I think we'll just kind of stay here. If not, I don't know, we'll see. All right, hopefully by the time I get to play the game again, I'll have an idea on where I was going with the direction on the building. That's what happened with the last one. I had no idea what I was doing with the character, what I was planning for her. I had no idea what to do with the build, and I hadn't reached all of the parameters for the challenge to consider it a win. I still had to build up more, and I was lost, so I just restarted. I think it sat for over a year. Anyway, not relevant to what we're doing. I've got a good little list right here. Loving that. I still need to do one more round of TBR games, and that's for my little extras. See, Buzzword, the Storygraph randomizing, Nasilla, the Choose Your Adventure for Adia, and then I don't know what else it is. Anyway, keep an eye out for that. Before we get to that, though, there'll be one more William coming out day after tomorrow, and then we should have the last of the TBR games. So I hope to see you there. Bye.